This video is brought to you by studiog.store. It's my own online hobby store where you can get model kits, tools, my original products like paint, water decals, custom weapons, and parts with innovative features like rewards, reselling backlogs, and world's first shipping without the box feature, so you can get even more kits with the same shipping price internationally. Learn more about my store and its feature by visiting studiog.store or click the first link in the description. What's up guys, this is Justin from Studio G, and this is my first time doing a review, and this time around we have the amazing, I guess this is ultra rare, but this is a HG 1/100. I mean, Bandai don't do this anymore. This kit was produced in the year of 2000, and it's 2022 right now, so it's been 22 years. It's older than my daughter. Oh my God, I've never done any reviews on any kits whatsoever, but I just can't help myself but to record and to show you guys what this is all about. For any Gunpla reviews, basically we're gonna start with several categories. Number one would be the quality of the build itself. So how is the build quality of this wing kit? Well, let me tell you frankly, it's not good. This kit does not age well. However, it provides us with an insight of how things were 22 years ago. And the technology back then for mold injection, engineering and all that, I mean, it held up pretty good for a 22-year-old kid. One thing good that came out from this is that the quality of the plastic is really good. And even after 22 years, regardless of what it is, Bandai has kept the quality top notch. I know that this is going to be a gem to work with. The plastic itself is a good quality kind of plastic, so I can scribe like hell. Anyway, let's move on to category number 2. So category number 2 is about articulation and how the engineering of all these things to be. So in terms of articulation, let's just say that this kit has the most basic of the basic articulation that I've ever seen. The leg itself, it doesn't really bend all the way. The articulation of the ankle, the legs, even the neck, and also the hands, the arms, doesn't really bend well. And the joinery stuff, it's all only held up by those PPE plastics, which is those flexible plastic kind of rubber-ish kind of plastic. There's a speckle of dust that just flew by. It bends wherever that it needs to bend, alright? It can articulate whenever that it needs to articulate, but other than that, nah, nothing else. Definitely not to the standard of what we have currently, like RG High-New or the latest MG Wing Vertical. More about the articulation itself. Usually we'll have the neck piece, the shoulder joints, or even the torso joint joining the waist part is going to be separated. However, all those joints are literally molded into the torso itself. It doesn't really move beyond that. So if you want to do poses like this, bending down, or like oh, that feels good, bending the other way around, nah, don't expect much of it. That's why in my beauty shots, like I was struggling to pose in more dynamically. With that being said, let's move on to category number 3. So category number 3 focuses on part separation. So Bandai has produced kits over the years. They have improved so much. So in this HG 1/100 Gundam Wing Zero, you basically don't get any color separation from the parts. What Bandai does nowadays is that each part that is colored differently will have different parts. As a customizer, it allows us to reduce the masking effort that is needed. However, this kit itself, it does not have that at all. The sheen of the leg is just the sheen of the leg. There's no 2-part, 3-part of the sheen of the leg. The shoulder itself is made from 3 different parts, and that's it. In the latest MG Wing Vertical that we see, has multiple separation, even on the torso, where you can even open up the cockpit or the hatch or anything. With this kit, none. Let's just look at the most basic thing, which is the ankle, the foot, and the knee. It's all molded into one single piece. That's it. So as a customizer, this will be a challenge. I might even consider making new parts for him just for the sake of color separation and reduce all the masking work that needed. If I were to customize this, I have to prepare myself. I have to buy a lot more masking tape and truly refine my masking skill, because this kit is going to be a challenge. Now let's talk about the last category. Let's talk about how detailed it can be in a single kit. With the newer kits, obviously every single different colored parts will be separated. So obviously we can see even more details. However, with this kit itself, old school, there are no molded parts, there are no color separation, so the details are a little bit lacking in a lot of places. When we look at the waist flaps, when we look at the waist skirt, the side skirt, or even just the shoulder, you can tell that this kit is lacking of a lot of details. I mean, ultimately, it's only a HG, but lacking of details is actually good for a customizer. It kind of excites me because lack of details, no matter how you you look at it, for a customizer, and if you're scribing as well, it's gonna be a heaven, literally. So being a Gundam Wing Zero, we all fancy the wing, right? Obviously, it's in the name itself. It's a Gundam wing. So it's a little bit disappointing that they did not really try to engineer to their best at that time for the wing details, right? They could do a lot more, honestly. Well, the main wing flaps are just one huge piece of wing, and it doesn't even have the underside covered. So they could have made like a two-piece thing and then just sandwich them together, and then the other side of the mold is not showing, but they did not do that. So it's a little bit disappointing. I'm figuring out a way on how to improve that during my customization as well. Overall, it's still a great kit. It's an homage to how far we have come. Justify what I said, just look at this. This is the underside of the wing itself. You can see all the negative here, you know, the other side of the mold, embossed, or you know, recessed areas. It all shows up here. It's just really not that beautiful. Still a great kit, and I look forward to customize it. Hit that like button if you like it. If not, it's totally fine, but obviously it's best if you do it, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for more content like this. Let me know if you guys like to see me doing like the review part every time I do an ASMR speed build. It's kind of fun to me as well, I guess, just to show my face in the camera once again. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is Justin from Studio G signing off. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Stay tuned for the bloopers. Been so long since I last spoke to the camera, and man, I gained so much weight just sitting on this chair. Figaro. Trying to get back home to Malaysia pretty soon. Let's get some alcohol first. What's up, guys? This is Justin from Studio. Okay, well, one more time. Plastic, they do age, and then like even with our toilet covers, it turns yellow over years.